What is up, you guys? We're back and we have another video with Connor, our guest, and from last time. And basically today we're just going to go over a career success story.
Yeah. So, for me, I've been a part of, how should I say this? I've been around a lot of people who've been given a lot of things in their lives.
Yeah.
I was never one to be given, just like an abundance of everything. Like, right. I've had to always sort of work for what I have, and I'm very thankful actually at this point that I have that skill set, and that I understand the value of the dollar. Mm-hmm. It brought me to a point though where I was watching a lot of people around me just be given everything, basically, and I've never been the guy that's always sort of just wanted like everything. I just kind of wanted to always be like comfortable, and so anyways, in terms of manifestation, I just basically wanted to get to a point where I could sort of like support myself and be happy, and just, I like to drive cars. So, drive a car that I really enjoy, and wear clothes that I like. And so manifested, just being in the career that I'm in currently, cybersecurity, and in cybersecurity, just being able to like do the job specifically like that I want to do, and make enough doing it just to be comfortable. So I never had like a specific dollar amount in my head or anything like that. I just focused on the feelings of feeling comfortable, and feeling happy, and very thankful. Like, I'm so thankful, like I can drive the car I want to drive. I'm so thankful I can buy this really cool t-shirt that I like a lot. I'm so thankful that I'm stable and I feel comfortable. And it was never about like a job specifically. That was sort of like later on, because I didn't really know what I wanted to do for a while. But I more so focused on the feelings of feeling stable, happy, comfortable, and fulfilled.
For sure.
And I focused on those feelings there. And so I think the point of this is just focusing on those feelings and like sort of what I wanted to feel.
Yeah.
From a stability standpoint.
Yeah, because you do feel all those things now. Right. Current. Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's great too, because those things that is really truly like the end, right? The end result. It's like, it doesn't have to be now you're open. When you come at it from that type of approach, you're open to so many possibilities that can all lead to that result. I think sometimes people, and myself included, might get so caught up with this certain path to get to the goal. Whereas like if the goal is what is important, then there could be a variety of paths. There could be a myriad of paths that will allow you to attain that outcome that you're looking for. And I think it's really valuable to be and remain open to those different paths. So I guess, was there anything else that you wanted to say about as far as
career-wise?
Like this opportunity? Yeah.
No, not really. I mean, there was definitely some, I stumbled into a few different fields that I really wasn't the biggest fan of. Mm-hmm. And I think my energy and sort of like, it just wasn't for me. And so I went back to, I am so thankful. I'm in a place career-wise where I'm happy and I feel fulfilled. Yeah. Because like that statement, that affirmation really is going to bring you there. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not focusing on, it needs to be a specific thing. For me, right. I just don't want to do that. I just want to feel those feelings.
Yeah. So for this, you weren't as much for example, focused on a specific scene. It was more just like that feeling and those affirmations of truly being fulfilled and happy. Right. And maybe like even the visualization of like the result, like you said, like you want to be able to wear the clothes you want, you want to be able to wear the car you want, you probably want to be able to travel and eat what you want and do the things that you want, live the type of lifestyle that you want. Right. Ultimately.
And I think, yeah. And like for me, it was just for me to just feel those feelings, everything else falls into place. Yeah. I'm bringing myself to the end so I can finally everything else is a detail. Yeah. Right. I'm more so focusing on like this so it can trickle down and I can then just pick my details.
And if you had to like pinpoint it, it was that sense of like relief, like I am fulfilled, I am happy, and I guess generally, was there anything relating to the amount of money, or was there anything relating to that feeling of like being prosperous, I guess, or
stability,
comfort. Stability and comfort. Comfort. Yeah, I like that. I like that, the feeling of comfort, because that means like I'm taken care of.
Right.
I'm well taken care of. Like I have everything I need. All my needs are met, and
I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah.
That was a big thing for me too. Like, I don't want to have strings attached. I want to do it for me because that's fulfilling.
Yeah.
That's a fulfilling feeling.
Right. Yeah, I think so. I think absolutely. Knowing that you can like provide this life for yourself, like an abundant life for yourself, can for sure be fulfilling.
And part of that process for me, I went back to school. I had dropped out of school, but the idea that I had originally was I wanted to fly airplanes in the Navy. That's what I wanted to do. Pivoted because things happen, and I ended up in the tech space. But
I feel like that was kind of like inspired action to go back to school.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah. I'm glad you brought that up.
And that led you down the current path, honestly.
Precisely.
Like, the bridge of incidents unfolded that led you to your current cybersecurity.
Precisely. Yeah.
Opportunity.
Yeah. Absolutely. Actually, yeah. I think like it was important for me to go back to school too, in order to, again, when we talk about like stability, I think there's stability can be used in like a lot of different ways. For me, I needed to emotionally stabilize myself as well. Like, yes, I wanted to have financial stability, but I also wanted to have emotional stability.
Yeah, absolutely.
I was emotionally like not in a good place before, like being in school, and that's why I like dropped out, and I was like a mess.
Yeah.
So once I found stability, going back to school, I think in that time where I wasn't in school and then becoming emotionally stable and then going back to school, I was in a better headspace.
For sure.
And maybe that was inspired action after finding stability. Nice.
Okay, cool. And then what did your current opportunity that you're now in, did that evolve somehow? Did you meet somebody through school? Did you meet somebody did that kind of like help progress that?
I knew I wanted to be in cybersecurity because my whole family is basically in that space. And so I knew that cybersecurity was a really cool sort of different route, not in the military.
Yeah.
Because in cybersecurity, you have like attack, defense, and governance. In the military, you have attack, defense, and governance. So I thought it was like a good way for me to continue to be with my girlfriend and also get those 3 tiers of like militaristic style, sort of, the way things work within an industry.
So you had a background in that, you had a good understanding and like, yes, value that kind of way of, that kind of, I guess what would the word be, like way of viewing things?
Yeah, I guess just the way sort of things are sort of run. I just take an interest in tactical sort of like,
for sure,
the way things are sort of run within a business. And for me, it was a perfect fit for me.
Yeah.
And so I really sort of honed in on like, okay, that's a route that I would really be interested in taking. And upon graduating with the idea that I was going to the Navy, and that's absolutely what was going to happen. Like I was ready to sign the documents, and then, girlfriend didn't want to go. So looked at this other path and felt that it was a great fit.
Yeah. Would you mind sharing, I guess, like how you came about to this other path? Was it meeting somebody, or did it involve just a decision, a shift in decision?
I already, because family was in it, I already sort of knew about it.
Yeah.
But I never really like discovered the ins and outs of kind of what it is specifically. I just was sort of around it. And I just had the opportunity to do, like at the time, years ago, I had an opportunity to do an internship. Upon not going to the Navy. And so I took that opportunity and learned a lot more.
Yeah, awesome. It's kind of like you taking that opportunity, and like that opportunity was still there. And so you had the inspiration to take it. So,
right. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I mean, definitely valuable. I mean, I think just the simplified approach of just really feeling that end feeling. And then from there, knowing that there's whatever the opportunities that are available to you, just taking them can be very, very Very good, because you have to start where you are. Sometimes people, like I said before, get very caught up with like this particular path they want to take. But if those doors aren't necessarily open, or if there's channels, there's too much friction, being proficient at what you have in front of you at the moment,
right,
and rising to the occasion at the opportunities that are there can then lead to those other things being available. So I love it.
And I think, yeah, the last thing I'll say is like sometimes opportunities, as my father says, sometimes opportunities knock on the back door, not the front door.
Yeah.
And I think this was a backdoor knock.
Interesting. I like that a lot. How would you, I guess, I like that, the way that that's quoted, and in your interpretation, I guess, if you were to put that quote in your own words, how would you describe that?
I would say that this opportunity, for me, it was just really just trying to break this down.
Well, I guess like because like I love the concept of like things coming like on the back door. There's a whole book actually called The Third Door, in which he describes that you can't take the front door, or I think he may even says the back door, but there's always a third door into an opportunity. Yeah. And if you find like the other way, hit it from a different angle that nobody else is doing it, you can achieve success that nobody else would have realized, kind of.
For me, it's always been, I'm open to everything and closed to nothing.
Yeah.
Around my morals and values. So, I know that the morals and values thing is like not.
Well, that makes sense though. Like you have to, because part of trusting your own intuition, like you have to have your own moral compass, or else you might not give yourself permission, or you might get way out there doing something that
you're not
that
okay
wouldn't
with.
that wouldn't be a good decision.
Soul, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, and so for me, I didn't want to close myself off to something that might be good for me. And I know it wasn't what I had wanted to do. I was so gung-ho about like, I want to fly an airplane, like, and just like, I just think I would have, my imaginal acts for flying a jet, we could break that down through a whole video, dude. Seriously. But I'm not in one now. And I'm in something that's probably a better fit for me, because I do want to have a family at some point. I do want to have, a wife, and for me, if I was to go that route, and I've always wanted that. Yeah. And so maybe this is what I've always wanted. Yeah. Because I have always wanted that. So maybe that didn't manifest because I actually have a stronger magnetic sort of like vibration or whatever, like towards this other thing.
Right.
Like, and that's a 10-year commitment.
Because flying jets, 10-year commitment. It's just, it would have made everything else way harder, right?
Exactly.
It's a lot to sacrifice and commit to.
So,
yeah. Well, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you guys got something valuable out of this. Drop me a like, drop us a comment as well. In regards to anything about the video, if you have experience, I really like, as I've gone over, that being open to the different possibilities and open to those other doors and those other avenues. But in any case, guys, drop us a comment down below and hit the subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time.